Good morning, friends. It is I, Alphinius Goo, with the marvelous Luke. Oh, this way. Luke Gygax. Say hello.
Hello. Good morning.
I don't know where Camera Mandy is. She's here somewhere.
I'm right here. I was just going to let you guys chat it out. Have a good time.
Oh, chat it out.
Put some comments up on the screen for you.
Well, it is great to see you both. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you all. We are down here in a place called Santa Monica, Ms. Goo and I are, where I guess there's a beach, right, Luke? There's a beach down here.
Yes, there's a few of them, as a matter of fact. But Santa Monica is a big one.
It is quite wet.
And sandy.
We came out here from it's wet and sandy. We came out here from Colorado. You know, it's very cold, and expected to go walking on the beach with our shoes off and the sun, and you know, it's kind of not.
Hey, Alphinius, your audio, just so you know, is a little rough because you're in a hotel, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, is it bad? How bad is it?
It's okay. Just so you know, if we ask you to repeat yourself, it's just because. And hi to Miss Goo in the background there.
Yes. Hello, Miss Goo.
Oh wait, and then he froze like right as.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Do you remember?
She's behind me. You can just Diane look over and wave real quick. Yes. She won't do it. She's like, don't look. Yeah, Miss Goo. Yes. There you.
If you remember Styx and Mr. Roboto, you sound a little bit like that.
So well, I don't know if I can help that. I can try something.
Okay. Luke, why don't we start by you telling us about the big event? Oh, we just lost Luke. Huh! Everything has gone wrong. Alphinius is frozen. We've lost Luke, and I guess I'm the only one here. Oh, here we go. Here's Luke.
Sorry, but
Luke,
you're
back.
Really quickly and just say, like, what the hell? Let's just make
It's a magic thing. Everyone's joking. They say good start. Good start
yeah,
for us.
Yeah, we're off. Yeah. Yes. You're killing it.
I missed whatever it was, but is this better?
A magic trick from Luke.
Yeah. I did I made my stealth roll and disappeared temporarily, but I came back.
But Luke, do you want to start by telling us about the big event that you have coming up here in 2 weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe it's just 2 weeks away, but it will be GaryCon 15. So I'm very excited about that. For those of you who don't know, GaryCon is a memorial convention that I started back in 2009 officially. It is in honor of my father, the co-founder of Dungeons and Dragons, Gary Gygax. He passed away in March of 2008. We gathered after his funeral, as so many people from around the world had expressed their sadness at his passing, and some decided to drive from various parts of the country and show up to Lake Geneva to pay their respects. So I figured it was appropriate to have a gathering where I could welcome everyone, and we did that, and it was so much fun. It was such a good time playing games, remembering my dad, thinking about the great impact he had on all of us. That we decided to do it again, because that's exactly what my father loved so much in life, is to be with friends and to play games and have share food and drink as well. So that's kind of what GaryCon is about. I try to replicate the feelings I had as a youth when I would go to some of the smaller conventions in Lake Geneva, and you kind of knew everybody and you could just walk up and say, hi, what are you playing? And people would talk to you like you weren't a weirdo, and they'd welcome you to sit down at the table and teach you how to play a game. And it was such a wonderful, wonderful experience that I realized was special later in life, when I went to some other places, that I just wanted to make sure that we did it that way, and that we honored my father. And it has grown to embrace not only all the folks who are responsible for kind of starting the industry, but to welcome in all sorts of new players and new games. So at GaryCon, you can play miniatures battles like Siege at Bodenberg, which helped inspire Chainmail, which inspired Dungeons and Dragons. So you can play those early games with some of the people who were there with my dad playing them in the 60s and 70s. Less nowadays, as unfortunately everyone's getting a little bit older. But you can also go and play 5th edition D&D with the likes of Mike Merles, or play Castles Crusade with Steve Chenault, etc. There's old and new. all games are welcome to GaryCon.
And having been there a few times myself. By the way, how do I sound a little better,
Yeah, you sound a lot better. I think it's worked itself out.
I linked up to this little device. This is called the Wi-Fi. Yes, and
should have done that in the first place.
Yes, I dumped the hotel, but I don't know how quickly it'll chew up all of my memory on this thing. So we'll have to keep our eye on that thing. But anyway, not memory, but storage, or however it works, the data transmission. Anyway, but Luke, I have been obviously to GaryCon a couple of times, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And Camera Mandy, you're kind of showing all the things that are happening. Do you want to highlight any of those, Luke, real quick while we're going through?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Just so people know, this is on Attend GaryCon under the What's Happening at GaryCon. It's a great schedule of events.
Yep. So just go to GaryCon.com. You're attending, right? And you can find out stuff about, hotels in the area, mostly full. It's pretty bad. But there's a couple open still. Anyway. So most people arrive on, if they have the option to do so, they arrive on Wednesday and pick up their badges and hang out. And we have some free pizza and beer. Spotted Cow is the sort of official beer of GaryCon. Why is that? It's from New Glarus Brewery. You can only get it in Wisconsin. Gygax is a Swiss name, and my dad loved going to New Glarus and going to the William Tell Festival and drinking beer and eating sausage and doing Swiss things. So that's why we do that. So you hang out, get to meet, socialize with people. Thursday is Sci-Fi Thursday. So if you want to dress up in your favorite sci-fi costume, please feel free to do so. And we play lots of games. We have an opening ceremony about right before 10 o'clock when we open up the exhibit hall in the forums. There's a really fun thing. I talked about some of the older school things we do. There's a quick little game called Chainmail Jousting. It's in the back of the Chainmail book. And essentially you get some miniatures out on this big long table, and you decide how you're going to attack the other person and what defense you're going to use. And then you joust with each other, and we make that into a tournament. So it takes about 15 minutes to do your jousting, see how well you do. If you do very well, you can come back to the finals round and fight the Black Knight, which is generally a representative of the Gygax family, and you get to fight for the crown to see who wins.
Will Miriam play this year? Will she be the representative?
Ooh, maybe. I bet she would like that. So, I tend to put her to work a lot, so it might have to be Amira or even Sabrina, but we'll see. So there's tons of fun things going on before we open the exhibit hall every morning. I will do drawings from the deck of Gary things, is what we call it. So it's a deck of many things. It's a custom deck of many things we made for GaryCon last year. And of course, instead of doing things like raining gemstones upon you or sending you into the void, I can't really do those. Well, that'd be very cruel. I can't do that, and I can't afford the gems. But I will give you
the gemstones thing is cool. I don't know about going to the void.
It's not, or fighting death. Everybody fighting death, probably not great. So we changed them a little bit for you guys, and you can win things like a gold badge to GaryCon for the next year, or fabulous prizes, or be remanded to the volunteer manager for a shift to volunteer at GaryCon instead of going to the void. So it's kind of like going to the void, but obviously you don't have to do that. But that's kind of our tongue-in-cheek way of recreating some of those things. But you can win fabulous prizes. Everybody loves fabulous prizes. So we'll do that every day at about 9:30 before I open up. Then there's some cool stuff for our folks who've been to GaryCon a few times. Some of them buy VIG badges, and we do like a very important gamer party and dinner and stuff like that. But mostly it's gaming. You can game all 24 hours a day if you want to, if you can stay awake. There's going to be gaming open areas the entire time. We have program gaming usually starting at 8 and ending at 8, probably wrapping up at midnight, but there's unofficial gaming all through the night if you care to do so. Friday, Fantasy Friday, come dressed up again if you wish to. And again, there's a ton of gaming. I'll do the drawings. We'll play lots of games. There's, plenty of, and while you're gaming, I just want to let you know, at GaryCon, you can order food right at the table. We have servers that come around to your table. You can order from the special menu, and Miss Goo is walking around.
I know, with the book.
That's so hilarious. She covered her face. That's great. She's an anonymous person hanging out in the back of your room. It's hilarious. But yeah, so you can order tableside tableside service, so you can get, I think you can get like the Druid's Delight or something like that, which is a salad. It's all
I
fruits
love
and veggies
this.
and good stuff. Or you can get a hot dog or a hamburger or a standard fare like that. So we try to include lots of different things. And of course, you can get drinks there, including Spotted Cow. Very importantly, on Friday, we start our happy hours from 5:30 to 7:30, where you can get free beer. Yes, that's right, folks. I said free beer.
I have attended this. Yes, and I can attest to the truth, the veracity of this claim. Yes, it is absolutely true.
Yeah. So all you have to do is go ahead.
Oh, okay. So just to make sure for anyone who's attending, is like tipping on this like cash only, or is it like able to run through a credit card? Making sure that we take care of our folks.
You can use credit card.
Awesome.
Use credit card, and I believe it'll say on the menu if it includes a tip or not. I don't believe they include a gratuity, but I could be wrong. I don't remember 100%. Because it's been a couple years since we had tableside service because of this thing called COVID. That really was through a monkey wrench and things. It was pretty bad. But so you can at happy hour, all you have to do is get one of our stadium cups. We have cool stadium cups that you can purchase, and you get drink specials all convention long. So if you buy the blue cup this year, you get soda specials, $1. I think it's $1.25 for a 22-ounce soda, all convention long, and free soda at happy hours if you wish. And then of course, if you buy the red cup, it's beer specials. I think it's $4.50 if I remember right for a Spotted Cow, maybe $4 for a Spotted Cow, 22 ounces, or during happy hour it's free. So Friday and Saturday we have happy hour 5:30 to 7:30. Drink responsibly and enjoy Spotted Cow. And Saturday is a big day. Saturday is the day when the most people are there, and we put on the most cool, most of our events in there. Again, we'll do a drawing of Gary things. We'll open up the vendor hall. Tons of amazing stuff going on there. Everybody wears a Hawaiian shirt that day, or not everyone, but many people wear a Hawaiian shirt because my dad became known for Hawaiian shirts. If you want to know why, you can go to the GaryCon page right here and scroll down. I wrote a little paragraph about the why that is. He didn't just have bad taste. But we wear that. Then I'll present the Gary Gygax Lifetime Achievement Award to a worthy creative person, designer, writer, artist, etc. It's a surprise, so they don't even know who it will be. But we will present that to them. Past winners include Larry Elmore, Margaret Weiss, James Ward, Tim Kask. So quite a few luminaries. Lou Zaki was last year. And in case anyone is concerned, there was some, sorry, taking it serious aside, Lou is, 87 or 88 years old now. He's an older gentleman. He's the guy who really was the first dice merchant and was at early Gen Cons. And I remember Lou doing his magic act with playing his saw and with his ventriloquist dummy. Anyway, classic stuff. But Lou was, we couldn't get a hold of him for a little while. He's all right. He's safe and he's with family. So if anyone was wondering, Lou is all right. I got that news last night. So, but yes, the Lifetime Achievement Award. And then we will flow into the GaryCon auction, a charity auction. And this year we're supporting an Extra Life partner, Children's Wisconsin Foundation. So they support the Children's Hospital of Milwaukee. That's that organization. And if you're coming to GaryCon and you have a treasure you can part with that will go to a good cause, please bring it in and donate it. We basically, GaryCon will donate a few items, but the vast majority comes from our attendees, vendors, and guests who bring in special things for GaryCon, and we auction them. I got last night in the mail, and I should have grabbed it before I came here, a beautiful crocheted red dragon, like a classic English dragon, on wool, on like actual like sheep's wool and like a linen fabric. So it's like very cool. It's using like the Bayeux tapestry stitching. It's from my Aunt Keenan, who was one of the original artists for OD&D. When she was 17, she drew the cover for the volume 3, which I think Treasure and Magic Items or whatever that was. I forget at the moment, but yeah, the OD&D book 3, that was her hippogriff on the cover. And so she stitched this and stitched her name and everything on the back. So that'll be a really cool item. Yeah, my wife wants it. She's like, we got a bid on this. I'm like, it's going to go for a lot of money. Are you sure we couldn't just ask Auntie Keenan to make another one?
Wait, because
no,
you never,
yeah,
you don't think about the other people in your family who also contributed. That's absolutely incredible that you have that connection and that she's doing something so special for this.
Yeah, she sent. I mean, a previous year I sent her the wonderful, wonderful book, Art and Arcana, that several of my friends worked on, and she signed it. Greg Bell signed it. Tracy Lesh signed it. I mean, these are signatures you cannot get from the all together. And plus, we had Elmore and Easley and all the guys who are Errol Otis and all the guys who are at GaryCon anyway. So the auction's amazing. We raised $30,000 last year. I don't know that we can do that again. That's pretty amazing. It's 3 hours long. We put it together essentially on site, and we did 30,000 in 3 hours. So that was amazing. We hope to do something of that level again, so that we can benefit. 100% of the funds raised goes to the charity. So that'll be awesome. After that, there's gaming, and more gaming, and we'll have Jason Charles Miller playing a little set in one of the lounges. In the evening, Stefan Picorni from Dwarven Forge has his Metal Madness till midnight party with again free spotted cow if you get there.
There's a lot of danger attending that party. Stefano, he's a great host, but there's a lot of I've been there. I've attended this. It is much danger.
Oh my goodness.
It is, but it's an amazing time. And the Chainmail Jousting Championship is on Saturday. We have the first annual cosplay contest at 1 p.m. on Saturday. So Saturday is jam-packed. If you can make it for one day, come Saturday. It'll be crazy. It'll be fun. And remember, even if you didn't pre-register, even if you buy a badge today, you can walk into GaryCon and go into any gaming area, look around. Mm-hmm. If you see a green card in like one of those pizza stands on the table, it means walk up and ask, hey, do you have a seat here? And the answer should be yes, because they have a green flag up, right? If they have a red flag up, it means no, we've already started the game or we're full. So don't come here. But there's no charge per game. Just come in. If you see a green flag, say, hey, I would like to, what are you playing? Do you mind if I sit down and try it? Generally, if they have the green flag up, the answer is yes, please. Come sit down and play. And then you play games. So there's plenty of people who come to GaryCon without planning. We call that going commando. So if you go commando to GaryCon, you have nothing on your schedule.
There's a different connotation to that, Sir Luke.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's what that. I mean, that's what I heard it was.
I'm
called.
sure there's some people going commando in other ways at GaryCon as well, but we don't.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, we don't want to know, especially even if they're in kilts. Yeah. We don't want to know. Just leave that alone.
Luke, I really love that you have this $20 tier on here, and that's just for someone who wants to come wander around. I think that's something that all conventions should really take into consideration. It gets people can go into like the vendor room, for instance, and purchase stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, just think about it. I think I had the pleasure of meeting Mrs. Goo last evening, and she struck me as not a gamer. I can't testify to that, but if she were to come to a convention, buying a player's badge for her would not make a lot of sense. She probably wouldn't play any games. But if she wanted to be there on site and attend some of the functions and go to the vendor area, she could have a spectator's badge and have access to all the areas. So that's kind of why we did that.
Yeah. And if you
we really had a great time. My Ms. Goo liked your Ms. Gygax. Yes, she had a great time. And of course your kids are delightful, and of course the whole family is going to be in Tomb of Gyzangaxx. Yes, this is coming. Yes, and we can tease that a little bit right now if you want to do that.
Well, let me first. Before we get off GaryCon, I do want to say that we have a great Gooey Dungeon game show that's happening. It will all be streamed on GaryCon's Twitch channel, and participation for it will be done in our Discord. And our last, we gave away thousands of dollars in prizes in our last one, and we had a specific grand prize winner off of our Twitch channel who got a $200 gift card to GooeyCube.com. So if you can make this event, it's going to be fun. If you're in person, if you're online, we're going to have a really great time. So definitely check us out. And I'm definitely looking forward to working with your team, Luke. They've been so responsive and helpful with the stream. So you have an amazing team surrounding you.
Yeah, this is absolutely not a one-man show. There's no way I could do any of the stuff. I have an amazing team of people who help me year-round to make this happen. So I'm very, very thankful for their help. That includes my family. I put them to work too. So my daughters and my wife have to help me out. But if you can't make it to Lake Geneva for GaryCon, there is a virtual GaryCon as well. So that is also ongoing, and you can play games and attend in spirit. You can attend ethereally, as we like to say, and that's great. And some people, like, gosh, my friend Luca, he came to GaryCon like 2, 3, 4, 5 from Italy, but it's been hard for him to come for the last couple of years. So he attends virtually and then comes every few years.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, so that's a way to keep your streak going.
Yeah. And I had a few questions from the chat. One of them was, what celebrity games do you have going on this round?
So if you go to tabletop.events, or well, this is even easier, play.garycon.com, and you go and look at event schedule and just type in the word celebrity, you'll see 6 games there. I think we have anything from Aliens RPG, D&D 5e. We have Hyperborea on Saturday that I'm going to be playing in. So those are 3 that I know of for sure. And honestly, I don't recall the other 3 off the top of my head.
This one is from Dork Knight. Hello, Dork Knight. What's the fee to attend virtually?
A good question. I think it's like $10 for a badge.
Oh, wow. And you have to play just online games all weekend?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I know that the Twitch channel also is going to be streaming throughout the weekend.
Yes.
Different events.
Yep. So yeah, we're going to have a lot more coverage this year of events at GaryCon, live streamed, as well as some games. We'll also have games, of course, beforehand on every Sunday leading up. So tomorrow we'll have another episode of the Gygax Pack and some other streaming stuff going on. And I'm going to be doing a Luke's Lounge of all things, which I should probably tell some people about.
Yeah, what's the Luke's Lounge?
That's just me hanging out
too, because there's a lot of alcohol in this.
Well, I don't think so. It'd be Sunday afternoon. It won't be too late, so probably not. Depending on where you're at in the world. Probably.
That's the hair of the dog as Sunday afternoon.
Yes. That could be the case. But I'm going to sit down with Matt Everhart, who's my writing partner on several things, and we're going to talk about Matt.
We love you, Matt.
Yeah, no, Matt's
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we do. Yeah. Matt is awesome. Keep going.
He is a good guy. So we're going to talk about our Kickstarter that's coming up for the 3rd installment of our Shantufi series, which takes place in my world of Okram. The Fate of Shantufi, that'll wrap up that 3-part series. So we're going to be kicking that off in April, right after GaryCon.
Luke and I got to play around with the banner that he's doing for that at GaryCon yesterday. That was quite fun, Luke. Thank you.
It was. Yeah, I finalized the order this morning, so it's ordered. So that was good. And so we're going to talk about that, and Strange and Grim, which is this really cool diesel punk RPG idea that Matt has been kicking around for a couple years, and we talked about it, and I said, well, let's go ahead and publish it. So we found a rule set for it, realized the rule set doesn't cover everything, so we're working on some on some optional rules to expand the everyday heroes to fit with a little bit more magic and diesel punk themes. But we'll kickstart that later in 23 and bring it out. But I've play tested it, and it's pretty cool. It's a great setting, and some of the mechanics, some twists on the mechanics that I think people will appreciate. So a little vague booking there, as they call that, but it should be fun.
So, and we are also going to announce at GaryCon this Tomb of Gyzangaxx thing we are doing. Yes,
for sure. That's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, that's just the cover art you kicked around. I
should pull that up. Let me pull that up.
Yeah, you should pull that up. Well, but Luke, so Luke and I have been sort of brainstorming, doing this collaboration and talking about different things, and we don't want to give away too many spoilers. But Luke, you should just tell a little bit about, and I'll, we'll do the same thing we did last night. You'll be what's his name? Not Frank Gifford, the other guy.
Brent Musburger.
Brent Musburger, yes, and I will be John Madden. Boom.
I love John Madden, though. That's the thing. I'm he's like, wow. That's what they call it. See that? See how many turkey legs that's got? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a Madden turkey. Anyway, you gotta love John Madden. But you are from Oakland, so you get to.
I am indeed from Oaktown. Yes, that is my place. And this was only one of them, Cameramendi. We did another one too. Yes. Oh yeah.
Wait, there's more.
Okay, I'll go find those while you guys talk about it. We were kind of
lampooning a little bit the Tomb of Horrors with that one image, right?
Has the final one been picked?
No. And there's so we've got some fun things we have planned. We think that people who register early and back, we think we're going to take and kind of lampoon sort of the second edition cover art with the great statue, and Luke and I are going to play the two rogues that are on top there, prying out the gem and waving at everyone, and we think that will be a fun. Yes, he's got it right here. Well done, sir. Well, yes, well done, sir. I was saying that's right there. See, so we're thinking we'll take and play with this a little bit and lampoon it a little bit and have some fun with it. And Luke and I will, Alphinius and Lucas, who is the character in the world of Zyathé, will be up there prying out the gem. So we got some really, really fun things. But tell us a little bit about what we're thinking in terms of this this magnificent tale, Sir Luke.
Yes, absolutely. So there's a great archmage named Gyzangaxx, Urag Gyzangaxx to be for a full name, and he was known as bringing, an advocate for the forces of weal throughout the entire land through Zyathé. However, years ago, he became silent, and then things near his manse began to. Oh, yes, that looks a little bit more familiar. Things near his manse began to. Strange occurrences happened, and things that weren't good. We had strange creatures marauding the landscape, and a general malaise falling over the land, which is most unusual. So, people began to posit or suspect that perhaps Gyzangaxx was dead.
And there were two villages in the area, right?
Oh, yes, there were.
Yes, tell us about those. Yes. See if anybody can figure it out. Yes.
Yes. So there is a very nice place that's very pleasant called Etelham that has some residents may be familiar. There's a Lucas Gyzangaxx, as well as Bushara Gyzangaxx, and Miriam Gyzangaxx.
Yeah.
Amira Gyzangaxx and Sabrina Gyzangaxx will all be there,
and even a little tiny Gyzangaxx. Yes, is that little tiny Gyzangaxx around right now?
Lucas is he's in the other area, but Lucas Gyzangaxx is familiar. Is a spotted little dragon that flies around. Yes, so it may be familiar. So Grogan will be in there as well. So yes, they are quite happy in Etelham, and our adventurers will discover something that draws them to visit Lucas in Etelham, and perhaps uncover some clues that may lead them towards another town, another village, one that has fallen upon harder times and kind of has a little bit of a grittier feel, like maybe you better watch your back as you're walking around the town of Blun, because yes, there's many miscreants that occupy it. So and
it's not Hatcher headquarters.
That's right. And from there, once you kind of have been there, you may go on to Gyzangaxx's manse, or his stronghold, where he once was, which has been sort of unofficially labeled, due to the supposition that he's no longer there, the Tomb of Gyzangaxx.
Yes,
exactly. Yes.
So can I say that we shot a very fun promo video for this at Genghis Khan?
There is Luke leaving me hanging.
And then at the end, I took some photos.
This is Mandy's favorite photo, because I'm sitting there hoping for a high five and I just get left in the dust.
But with that said, Luke, I really like this for Gyzangaxx because it reminds me of the little guy. So it works out.
It totally does.
Anyway.
So we are
I'm looking
really,
forward
really
to editing
excited.
that video. You guys did a great job, and that video is going to be awesome.
Well, we are really excited about it. We think it's really going to have a lot of Easter eggs and fun things going on, and our hope is that that folks like it enough that we can kickstart it and do a second one next year, and maybe even a third as we progress through this, and really honor Gary and have fun and really give it. The goal is to give it the Gooey Cube feel, but also a real old school feel, and bring some of the fun of the many years past of the marvelous adventures that Gary authored, and other things that Luke has shared, which are marvelous. I can't even tell you the many little Easter eggs. Did anybody figure out what Blun and Edelholm are? Anybody get that? We'll see.
I'm looking in the comments. Yeah, put it in the comments, guys. if you did.
See if they figured it out.
What 2d4 psychic damage looks like. That was funny.
Yeah, no, it's so you got some game if you figured that out. There's also going to be a certain probably a certain temple, yes, that has come proximitous to these villages.
That's true. The Temple of Primordial Malevolence.
Malevolence, or something to that regard.
Something along those lines. Don't quote me on that one.
We are messing around with it, but we're pretty excited about doing this and to have this place. You know, I showed it to Luke on the map. You know, a long time ago, I showed him that we had put this place called Gyzangaxx there, and I said, "Hey, listen, I've got this crazy idea. I'd love to do this. Would you be interested?" And he said, "I'd love to do this." And Luke, thank you. It is meaningful to this old man who started playing this game when he was a teenager. You know, it is wonderful to be able to do this, and I think people are going to love it.
Did you?
That's a terrible spelling, but you're darn close.
I don't know who Facebook user is.
Who's Facebook user?
Oh yes, old Facebook user.
Yeah. Facebook user, put your name in the chat so I can know who you are.
Like a homily. Homily. Something in church, and you say a homily.
Howlet. No, not Howlet. There it is. The Dark Knight.
Yes.
There's Harry.
Yes.
So no, we're very excited about it. If it works out, we'll have multiple chapters that'll go over the next 3 years. It'll be kind of high level, right, Luke? We're going to push the level a little bit on this.
It's Rob. It's Rob Gustafson. Is that how you say his last name? Rob.
Oh, that's why, because I know Rob is always trying to type on his phone.
Yeah, and Rob will actually be at GaryCon. I'm very excited.
Oh, nice.
And actually we have several people in the chat who are going to be there. We're all really looking forward to this event. And, you know, I've talked to a few people just like on the side. This is my first time going. And they all have incredibly high praise. There's one person I was talking to who's a diamond level person who's gone for 15 years, and they were absolutely raving about the convention and how special it was to them. So, and, you know, even 15 years later, they've gone every year. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and Luke, I got roped into this. No, they really are magnificent, and what they're saying is the truth. I got roped into this game, I guess, at midnight, right, or 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, or whatever it is in the morning. You know, I'm sure they'll be drinking there too. You know, see, there's a theme. There's a common theme.
So we won't see you the next day. That's what I'm hearing.
God, you have to. So it's you and I and Mike
and Adam
right?
Yes.
That'll be there. So we're looking forward to that. I'm gonna Joe and Teal are showing up, obviously too. We're gonna try to see them. We got a number of friends we're going to try to touch base with. I think Mike is coming out there. I can't remember who else is coming out, but we're pretty excited to hang out with folks, Luke. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there any other things you want to mention about GaryCon or the Kickstarters that you have coming up that you want to promote?
No, really. I mean, I plugged them. So if you want to sign up to be notified when my Kickstarter goes live, it's through my company Gaxworks. So that's a little bit harder to spell, but I'll break it down here for you.
Is it Gaxworks?
Gaxxworx. So that's our website, gaxworks.com. If you want to specifically just get to a Kickstarter or get directed to our Kickstarter, we have a link that's just ks.gaxworks.com. So when that comes live, there you go. You can go to gaxworks.com and sign up for a little newsletter and get notified. That was easy for me to say.
That's awesome.
I saw in the comments somebody asked a question about, is it hard to stay motivated about D&D 24/7? And yeah, it's pretty easy. And what do I do to decompress? I got 3 kids and a wife, and I just retired from the Army in September, so I have lots going on that keeps me busy. So it's when I get a chance to game, it's actually precious time, and I enjoy it. And part of my favorite thing. It's hard to sit down and write alone. I find that to be that's challenging, and I think many people discover that. For me, I really enjoy the back and forth of collaborating on something. Then if I sit down and type it and say, what do you think of this? Then it's much more exciting for me than just doing something quietly myself and then doing. So that's just my personality. It's why I tend to collaborate with people and really enjoy that so very much.
Well, I feel like that's just a common theme with just D&D because it's collaborative storytelling. And I mean, I know a lot of people end up publishing their TTRPG books and they are amazing, but a lot of that comes about just from sitting around a table together and 5 minds are better than one, you know, and kind of thinking outside the box and thinking things you'd never even anticipate that you could think, you know? So I think that that is one of the joys that your father brought to the world, is the ability to have like a rule set that helps you be creative. So
yeah,
And then, you know, if you think about it, it's kind of like the advertising business, right? A lot of creative people sit down and they start throwing ideas back and forth, you know. I mean, I think, Luke, I really think people are going to love, you know, as they figure out the different Easter eggs and look at who the big bad is and the semi-big bads, and, you know, go to these different places. I think people are going to, you know, especially those who've been around for a while, but even the younger folks who, you know a little bit about the history are going to just be like gaga about it. Plus, it's going to be a great adventure, right? So
I think that's number one. It'll be a fun adventure. Number two, there'll be some Easter eggs in there. Some will be obvious enough that hopefully just about anybody will be able to go, okay, that's what it is. And it might encourage you to delve in and look at some of that old stuff and go, okay, or at least read the Wikipedia on it and then go, okay, I get where it's coming from now.
Yes. So it's going to be still a little bit scary, but it's also going to be fun and have some humor, and it's going to dance around with a nice nod to the history of this magnificent person, Gary, and all the stuff that your dad did, Luke.
I think so. I think it'll be a good time.
I'm stoked about it.
And some guys in here tweaking your nose about, it'll be high level, 3rd level.
No, it'll be higher than that.
I love that. I love a good high level adventure. Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, we promised we'd only keep you for half an hour. We've kept you for almost 40 minutes, Luke.
Oh, what? The time goes by. Okay, well, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun. We'll talk to everybody. We'll see everybody at GaryCon.
We'll see you at GaryCon in just a very short time. And thank you again for last night. I look at Ms. Goo over there. Look, Ms. Goo. You can see her now.
We can see her face now.
Yeah.
I will see you in a couple weeks.
So I do want to say this, you know, the Ms. Goo and Ms. Gygax were talking last night, you know, about their nerdy husbands, right? So, and I have to tell you, Luke, that I got the true news after we were driving back that your wife plays mostly because she wants to enjoy the children, not because. So we have similarities in that, you know, and plus, you know, Ms. Goo is kind of a quiet person, and she tends to be attracted to people who are wonderful and effusive. And of course, your dear wife was marvelous, and your kids, of course, magnificent. So. It was a grand time.
It was an absolute pleasure as well for us. So they had a great time. They're like, that was so much fun. It's like he's like an uncle. It's like,
I am, yes. It's like Santa Claus, but without quite as much toys on his back, right?
Yes, with less red. All
right, Luke, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, take care, guys.
Bye.
Well, it wasn't that marvelous, cameraman.
Yeah, what a great time with Luke. And I'm really looking forward to GaryCon because, like, I was told it was just an amazing community convention.
Yeah. It's
kind of like our dear Genghis Khan.
It's a great group, and if you've been around the game, right, as long as the TTRPGs and specifically, you know, Dungeons and Dragons, for as long as we've been around, some, you know, me in particular, Luke was obviously around it almost as long as I was, even though he's younger than me, because he was around when it was all being started, right?
Right.
You know, you meet these people that were making it happen in the 70s and the 80s, and that, you know, like Luke was saying, you know, just there's nowhere else like it, that you meet these giants in the gaming industry from the past, right? You definitely at Gen Con, which is magnificent, and other fairly high profile cons, you can meet a lot of celebrity folks, but at GaryCon, there's just a specialness to it. Plus, it's at the Playboy Club. You know about that, cameraman?
Yes, I've heard rumors. But I am, you know, some of the things I'm really excited about that he mentioned, the food being delivered to game tables. That is huge. I wish more conventions did that, because it's hard to fit in eating time in the middle of games.
It is.
So I think that's just an excellent idea.
Yeah, you go back to back with 2 4-hour games with, you know, with a 10-minute break at most in between. Right. You know, if you even have 10 minutes, right? You barely have time to go to the bathroom, you know, let alone you know, get yourself rolling. So I am not right now. If I pondered it, but the thing is, there's only Mike and Adam and Mandy and I, and really I need to help some at the booth, and there's some other things that I have to do. And then of course getting ready for the game show Saturday. Most of the morning on Saturday through the afternoon is going to be taken up with that. So I don't know. I have to say I had such a great time in Harry's charity game at Gygax. It was just because I don't get to play almost never, and I get to game master a lot more than I get to play, and it was just a wonderful fun time. So we'll see. I might walk up to one of those games with one of those green cards on it, and just pop myself in. We'll see what happens. It also depends on how things are going, and I really want to make sure that we promote this beginning of Gyzangaxx, and by the way, speaking of Kickstarters, we are doing this. We're doing this one right now, this Blood for the Con, and it's doing very, very well. And thank you to all of you. And we were right there, just about to achieve the next level of stretch goal, and we had a pledge cancel, which happens, by the way, all throughout all these Kickstarters. They, people, who look at it and think, oh, I just can't do that. I don't have the money right now, and all of that stuff. And so you lose a pledge every once in a while. But we were right there at the next level. And of course, we're about, I don't know, a couple grand or so, sorry, $3,000 or so away from the big stretch goal at 40,000, which is this wonderful adventure called Truth Lies Cold. And what we've done with this Mornwood Forest is to create a sandboxy situation that is a confined sandbox, to give game masters, first of all, an adventure to sort of build the sandbox around, but also give them locations and little areas and little encounters that can happen while they're playing the main adventure that kind of add to it. And Truth Lies Cold adds to the adventure. And if we keep going, and Kick Track says we could get somewhere close to even $70,000. And so, did you just do that, Camera Mandy?
Yeah, but after we do this, we have got to do our drawing. So
we get to do the drawing. We should do that.
I know.
Yes, we should do that. So anyway, so what we're doing with the Mornwood and all of this is really create a wonderful adventure that will make it a little easier on somebody who hasn't done a lot of sandbox gaming, but also will make it wonderful for a game master who's run years and years of adventures. And by the way, I've seen a lot of names in there supporting us and giving us love. And I know a number of you have said you're going to. And this is what they call the slow time in the Kickstarters. It's kind of the dog days. And so it climbs very slowly until the last 48 hours or so. But it does help to get pledges during this time, because it helps with your momentum and it helps with followers. Because there's a lot of people who back Kickstarters who follow them, and then based on the value that they perceive from the stretch goals, at the end they will pledge, and that's what really pushes up the stretch goals and really gets to these magnificent things. And in fact, cameraman is showing it to you on the screen right there. We've already surpassed all the 20,000s, right? We're past the 30,000, which is the first map section right there. We're past 32,500, which is the treasure map pack. We're past 35,000, which is this wonderful area, and the bonus stretch goal, which is stay on that for a second, cameraman. Stay right there, yeah. Which is Attack at Zogzendine, and this is a magnificent piece of artwork done by Edvard. And if you pledge for the adventure in the campaign, you get it for free. And it's a little oversized print, and there'll actually be a set of depending on how far we go, there'll be either 4 or 5 of these prints that you can get that will all be autographed and very unique and very wonderful and suitable for framing and all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, we were almost at 30,493 right before we lost this one pledge this morning. So and then this is what we get to at 40,000, which is right here, which is called The Truth Lies Cold. And those of you who had the chance to and you get the digital for free on this. If you want the physical, if you pledge the adventure in the campaign, you're basically just paying for the cost of it, maybe a little more. But if you pledge both of them, you can get this Truth Lies Cold for $10. And if the adventure only backers get the physical copy for $15, but you get the digital copy for free. So we couldn't do it all for free. It pushed us a little bit too far in terms of the money. But that's a very, very good value for that wonderful little side quest that'll happen in there, and then it keeps going. So we, at 42,500, we'll give you another. And by the way, what these encounter areas, this is like a special place that as they're traveling about in the Mornwood, they can get to and actually have something happen there. And so we're pretty excited about that one. And then the second of the prints comes up at 45,000. Which is the Shallow Grave Distillery, which is another.
I bet we'll get to 45.
Pardon me? Oh yeah,
I bet we're going to get the second print.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, Kicktrack is saying nigh on $70,000. So I'm going to have to add quite a number of stretch goals to this.
You're a positive thinker and I'm a negative thinker. So you always like estimate high and I always estimate low. And so we'll see where we're at.
Well, listen, if friends, if you're watching and you haven't pledged and you've been thinking about pledging, please know, first of all, and stay on those for a second, Kimberly. Please know, first of all, that your pledge doesn't get taken until the Kickstarter is over. So you got like 14 days before that will actually bump your credit card. Mm-hmm. But also you do help us with momentum, and you help to bring other backers who maybe aren't as familiar with Gooey Cube. And so it really does help, and especially right now, because a couple of pledges are going to take us over that 37,500 and take us on our way to the 40,000 level. And then we got a couple of nice ones at 47,500 with additional item cards and additional NPC portraits. And then at 50,000, and we need to make this one, Camera Mandy, because I want this bad. At 50,000, we do a second 17 by 22 Mornwood map, which will adjoin our Darkenhaven map set in the box. And it's going to, Mandy, and it's going to be, what is wonderful about the Mornwood is it's right there, right outside the gates of Darkenhaven. And it is a place that is wild and crazy with ruins and artifacts and scary things. And so it's a wonderful place to adventure. So we basically, with the way we've structured it, you've got this wonderful city which you can run all around. You got the Gloomport down below, which you can run all around. But then there's dungeons off of the Gloomport, and there's this magnificent, scary forest right off of the city. And so a lot of times cities, you kind of have to go away from them to be able to do a lot of adventuring, unless you're just adventuring in the city. What we've done with this setup for this is make that not a requirement. And so I think people are going to love it. Yeah, and then I did this. Yes, I did.
I want you to know something.
Yes,
I'm going to say a few things. Okay. First off, Alphinius put this entire Kickstarter page together. And he's not a graphic designer. And that kind of, it shows a little bit. But with that said, for putting this together in 48 hours before the Kickstarter launched or whatever, like, you have done a magnificent job. I think this shows off so well what all comes in the adventures. I think that you did a great job laying it out. I really want to say that you did a great job with this.
Well, and folks that played Peculiar Brews or GM'd it.
Yeah, you did that entire InDesign file yourself, right?
I did.
Yeah, because like we were so last minute. And I understand this.
COVID, remember, I got sick for a week, and that destroyed. COVID is like, it's my nemesis. With Gooey Cube. Because I got a day job, and when you lose almost a week of work in your day job, you got to get back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Is that Laura? I think that's Laura, but I'm not sure. But yeah, it was, and that Peculiar Brews is just the beginning of Blood for the Con. It's the first maybe 40% of the adventure. So that Blood for the Con adventure is going to be big. It's going to have a lot of handouts.
Keith says, let me speak, because I'm not done congratulating you on some things. So just give me one more second. Okay. So genuinely, you did a great job laying this out. You did a great job with, we have people who do this stuff in office, but I do understand that sometimes it's just more time to pass it off to them than it is just to do it yourself.
Well, and also they were a little busy with
everything else and marketing. So. Yeah. No, I got you. But then I also want to say that, like, seeing this all come together with Darkenhaven, Gloomport, and this adventure, like, I do genuinely believe that this is going to be an amazing area for adventuring. There's someone, I did a homebrew campaign in like kind of a similar place like the Gloomport. But to have all those materials right at your fingertips, to have all the illustrations, the maps, and everything like that, I know it's going to bring gaming to the next level. And I do love the idea of Darkenhaven on top, Gloomport on the bottom, and then this forest with like freaking treasure maps, off to the side. Like, this would create like a 2-year campaign, 3-year campaign for some groups. It's going to be amazing. So
and also, Cameraman, you know, the nice thing about it is it's a place you can visit and revisit. You can leave,
right.
you can come back, right? And that's part of the thing. Plus, also, because I know there's lots of people out there like me, I love to read adventures. And I've read many that were just okay, and I've read a few that were wonderful. And one of our missions always is to make the adventures entertaining for the game master to read, because I know a lot of folks just collect them. And so, you know, that also is part of our mission, you know, to put all this artwork in there. And the artwork, of course, is usable elsewhere, and the magic item cards are usable elsewhere, and portraits, etc. So that's our goal, to always give a lot of value. But thank you, Cameraman. You are dear. Did you have more to say and I cut you off?
Please go back. We're going to move on to we have to move on to the drawing and the other things that we have. So if there's any last things you want to say, because this was a whole aside that we had planned for in the show.
Well, I just want to tell you all that we so appreciated the support. I didn't expect that with this Kickstarter, and I love you all and appreciate you all, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We did this as kind of a stopgap measure to fund a little bit. We're getting a little tight on funds, and folks have come through, and I promise you, on the other side, we are going to come through for you. You can already see much of the artwork is done for this, and there's more to come. And the map is going to be spectacular. I've already spoken with the artist who's going to work on it, and we're going to do 2 of those. And Janine, thank you. I cannot tell you how we really, really try to do that, is to make it enjoyable to read, and then to be able to take all of our wonderful friends and all of their materials and their contributions and make those part of it. It just makes the thing so special. And I just thank you all from the bottom of my heart. If you, like I said, if you know someone who you think might love our materials, I'd love for you to tell them. Facebook isn't very nice to us when we just share posts, because they don't want to do anything that doesn't get them paid. So sharing a post, you know, helps a little bit, but it doesn't help very much, because Facebook doesn't show it to anybody. Their algorithm shuts it down, and that's kind of disappointing, you know, really honestly, because I think there's a lot of people even in the Gooey Den that don't know that we're actually doing this Kickstarter. So, but it's going great, and I think I do think it's going to go at least to that 50,000 level, where I'm going to give this wonderful mystery stretch goal. But I think it has a tremendous chance to go to 60,000 and plus. And if it does that, Cameraman, I got a couple more. I'm not talking.
Oh my God, do not stress me out. Don't even tell me right now. I don't want to know. I will be so stressed. Okay. With that said.
But if you could, oh my gosh, I just took a look. I guess we just picked up 2 backers, and we are now only $35 away from the 37,000.
That is awesome. Okay, now I'll go. Thank you all.
That is magnificent. We have
I'll go look. Hold on. That's awesome.
It's just,
I exited out.
You know, like I said, you always lose pledges as you go through the campaign, and these middle days are very slow. And this morning I got up and I looked at it, and as I was looking at it, you know, because they do this on purpose, they have it go, and it goes down, and I went, oh no.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So thank you to friends. We're about there, and then we're $2,500 away from Truth Lies Cold, which is it's a little scary side quest that will give some clues to what's going on in the Mornwood and the entire Blood for the Con adventure, right? So I think folks are going to love that greatly. So thank you all for doing that. So we got to do this drawing.
I'm sorry,
now,
I keep like directing you away, but Blood for the Con, awesome. But we do have to do our giveaway, and we have a couple more things to do before we leave. So I just want to talk for a quick second. The only reason why I'm really pushing for this is because we pushed this giveaway like out a month. So
yes, I know, but it's magnificent, and folks have had fun with it, and folks have gotten extra. If you're watching the show, right, the stream, you know that you've gotten extra.
You can see. So
as you've gone forward.
I've been talking a lot about my my spreadsheet that I've been keeping track of. So this is all the GMZ Darkenhaven entries. Then we have all of the portrait ones that I've been keeping track of.
And by the way, can we give Camramendi a little, golfy clap right now? You know, you can do that.
I'm doing that myself by showing off my spreadsheet. So we're all good.
You're giving yourself props right now. Yes.
Here's how this is going to work. So all of everyone, so this is the Darkenhaven drawing. I put them all in a single line. And so everyone is assigned a number, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a random number generator for both. And then we'll see who actually is assigned to that number. Make sense? So this is for the Darkenhaven, okay? I can't hear you. What happened? Your audio's turned off.
I apologize.
There you go.
I had to blow my schnoz.
Right.
So
okay.
just to make sure everyone understands, if you entered multiple times, right,
yes.
because we were on the stream, you're in there multiple times.
Right?
Yeah,
so there is a potential that someone could win twice. However, we will put it out there now. If you get drawn twice, that does not mean that you get 2 portraits or, anything. So
yes, if you win a second time, we're going to throw you. We're not going to go do it again.
And then also, and we stipulated this a few times. The portrait that we're giving away is up for grabs for anyone. So we'll draw that one last. But the 2 portraits donated by Jim and Randy are only for people who have not had custom portraits done.
And can I say thank you one more time, just for Jim and Randy, because Jim has been Gooey for so long and makes marvelous contributions. Randy is more recently Gooey and is also responsible for helping so much with the catacombs section in the Gloomport, and both of them, we paid them, but they originally came back and said, you know what, I want to take a little bit of my pay, my compensation, and I want to give a portrait to someone who might not get one, and they might not be able to afford it. And I just thought, what a wonderful thing for those 2 marvelous people to do for our community. And so Randy and Jim, I just want to say it one more time. That was magnificent. And then of course we added one because we wanted everybody to have a chance. But for the folks who've never gotten one before, this is a chance, especially if you couldn't really afford to do one, this is a chance for you to get one. And thank you both, Jim and Randy, so much. All right.
Okay,
all right,
so this is for the signed Darkenhaven, okay?
Okay, this is Darkenhaven. So this is a signed box of the Darkenhaven box set. We're getting close here. The boxes, everything is rolling, and this thing hopefully is coming out here in the next several weeks, not a few weeks, but several weeks. Let's do it.
Here we go. 183. Okay, let's see who 183 is. Gooey Todd. Is that Todd? I think that's Todd Doherty.
It could be Todd Doherty.
I think that is. So Gooey Todd.
But Todd has a portrait.
No, this is for the Darkenhaven.
Oh, this is the Darkenhaven box. You're right.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Todd. You're right. What am I saying, cameraman? Todd, congratulations. I don't know if you're watching today. Todd has been Gooey for a long time too, cameraman. Todd has been a very good supporter of ours and all of that stuff. And thank you to everybody who participated. But we don't know for sure it's Todd Doherty, right? You have to look that up and make sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that's the Todd. But if there's another Todd, let me know. Okay.
Well, we'll dig around and make sure that we aren't missing it up. But I'm pretty sure that's Todd Doherty as well. Okay. Congratulations. All right.
Here we go. Now this one's for the portrait, and we're going to draw 3.
So this is the portrait that is from Jim or from Randy or from us.
Well, I figured that we'll draw. How do we want to do this? Because we have to draw 3. I would say we'll draw the first one, and if they don't have a portrait, I don't know. Some of it might be figured out on the tail end because we don't know everyone's name off the top of our head, especially if it's Twitch. So give us some grace on this one, and if we have to, we'll draw again next week.
But the thing is, how do we, if we hit someone who has a portrait? I thought you had 2 lists.
If we hit someone who has a portrait, the first person who has that gets our portrait. How's that sound?
All right.
So,
and you have them marked. You have them marked so they know which ones have portraits already.
No, I was not able to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So we will again, like on the tail end, we'll have to figure out some stuff out. But if we need to we will give everyone who wins something, we will give them at least a little something.
I think that's perfect.
Yes.
So if you win something, even if you don't qualify for getting a portrait, we'll give you something nice.
Yeah, and then we'll re-poll next week. How's that sound? So that way we're establishing the rules up front. Okay.
Everybody good with that? Anybody screaming about that in the chat?
No. Everyone's being very nice in the chat.
Thank you. You are marvelous, friends, because this was a pain in the butt. Is that the okay?
Oh, that's the first one. So this one's 342.
Okay. Wow, that's way down the list.
Let's see here. 342 is Kintori. Congratulations, Kintori. I don't believe Kintori has a
I
portrait.
do not believe she has a portrait.
So, okay. So we have our first portrait winner.
Kintori, you're watching, so if you do have
Yeah.
a portrait, tell us. But
she says, I do not. So congratulations. We have, so we'll say that's Randy's portrait gift to you, Kintori. So next one, 261 is Fang 727. That's actually Alexander Edwards, who just got a portrait made from him.
So we'll take care of Alexander. We'll give him something nice. So make sure you mark him as because he did. In fact, he hasn't shared it yet, and I'm really can't wait for him to.
Well, if he just got a portrait, that means that he can win ours. So he's the person who just won our portrait.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly. Yes, because Kintori didn't have one. That's exactly right. So Alexander, you can give that to someone if you want, or we can we have other
do options. A second portrait. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations. Okay, last one. 151.
Isn't that a Bacardi? We were talking about all that booze this morning in GaryCon. Yes.
151. Duskly 1. I don't
recognize that one.
I don't hold on. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. Search. Scott Kalman, who actually does have a portrait.
So Scott is going to. We're going to give him something nice. So mark him with like a blue or something. Yeah. So we know we're going to give him something nice.
Okay. So Scott, you're getting something nice from us, but we're going to draw again. Okay. Dun, dun, dun.
Mandy, I'm very proud of you. This is amazing how you did this.
Thank you. It was Riley gave me the idea, so and helped me. Okay, so we're at 291.
291.
Okay. 291. Bula Marie. I think that's got to be Bella Marie. I think that we have a Bella Marie, but Bella Marie's 1. Let me see if I just typed that in wrong.
Do you know who Bella Marie 1 is?
No, I'm looking right now. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Hopefully they filled out the form, right? That's the most
I'm searching our prize form. Is it Bella Marie's? Let's see here. We might have to figure this one out. This one might be a mystery. So let's see here. I do not know who that is. And so whoever that is will have to Twitch them. This is why you fill out your prize forms.
Yes,
so that way we can
a prize form, right?
Yes.
And if we don't get a response from
then we will re-roll that one.
We will redo the portrait again over next week on the stream, right?
Yes. So
you still
we will try and figure it out this week and see.
You know what, Mandy? Since you did all that, why don't we just do 5 special things? And just do 5
special things.
4 more.
I still have to give out a bunch of prizes for the game show.
How fun!
Okay, fine.
4 more. Do
you want me to pull it from the Darkenhaven list or for the?
Which one has the folks who've been watching the stream with multiple entries?
Both of them do, but the Darkenhaven has more, so we can do that.
Let's do the Darkenhaven since that gives more chances.
Okay,
we'll
sounds
4
good.
more. And I don't know what those special things are, but it'll be something fun. Promise.
Okay, we'll figure something else out. Okay.
I love the people that watch this stream.
Wait, Todd, congratulations, everyone. I just got this from Kim and Nora. Am I missing this? Todd says he wants to give out his prize to a different number.
Oh, Todd.
I just love our community so much.
Well, we're going to give something nice to Todd then, Mandy. All right?
Okay.
So
thank you, Todd. We love you. Okay, we're going to draw again for the Darkenhaven.
Hold on, So listen, though, we got to do something nice for Todd. Okay, so you put something on there. We're gonna.
Okay, we are going to do something nice.
Todd, you're there. I saw you. Do you have a peculiar bruise? Because that's very special. There's only a few of those left in the world. Do you have one of those? Because you didn't GM for us, and I don't know the only way you would have.
I don't think Todd does. Yeah. Okay, we'll give him a peculiar bruise.
Would you like that, Todd? Would you like a peculiar bruise?
A signed peculiar bruise.
Yeah. Would you like that, Todd? If you're there.
Okay. So
anyway, we'll do something. But
okay.
Did you see? Did he mark in the chat? Did he say he would like that?
Yes, he says yes. So I'm assuming that means yes, he would like that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and redraw the Darkenhaven.
The Darkenhaven box.
300.
Whoa! Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, I think it is.
We had 151 and 300. Yeah. Those are pretty meaningful numbers.
Kim and Nora. So that is Christina Rieger.
Congratulations, Christina.
Unless I'm getting Kentori and Kaminora mixed up
No,
again, but I
Kaminora
don't
is
think
Christina.
I am.
Kaminora is Christina.
Yes.
Congratulations, Christina.
Okay, so marking her. Okay, so now these are five special prizes, just random special prizes that we're going to figure out on the fly. 371. Let's see here. Who's 371? Frasier Cats. Congratulations, Frasier Cats.
Congratulations, Frasier Cats.
On the whatever the
Make
random
sure you
thing
mark
is.
it with the right color, right? Make sure you know which ones are
I'm going to mark them with yellow. Here we go. 92. Oop. This is like the most thrilling, 20 minutes of a stream that's ever been.
Mandy, I'm just astounded what you did here. This is just fantastic.
Kubu 2. Congratulations, Kubu 2.
Kubu 2. And
520.
Oh, the way down the list.
Let's see here. This is in our forums for Willa Wild.
Wow.
So this is one of our Facebook or Discord or email entries. Congratulations, Willa.
That's right. Very good.
Okay. Let's see here.
One more.
Two more.
One more.
You said two more.
Two more. Whatever.
Okay. 16.
This really is a random number generator. Just getting us all over the form, yeah?
Duskly won again, but
can't win twice, right? No.
We're already sending them some. It's Scott, so we're already sending him something.
Yeah, sorry,
Isn't
Scott.
it so random how somebody could win twice on this many people? Okay,
so
insane. Here we go. 30. So we're drawing two more
so far this time.
Yeah. Shun Kaska. Congratulations to Shun Kaska.
Shun Kaska. Hopefully Shun Kaska filled out the form.
Yeah. One more. 101.
101. I took a lot
Silas
of
Lord Twist. Is that?
Yes.
Is that Alexander? That's not Alexander. No. Is that Alexander? Hold on. Let me double check that really quickly.
Yeah, you better check that one. I think that might be. I don't know.
No, that's Andrew Getting.
Oh, of course it is. It's Andrew. Yes. Magnificent. Congratulations, Andrew. Yes.
Okay.
Make that one yellow.
Okay. There we go. Those are our winners. So congratulations, everyone. We
just have one last thing to do, right? We're going to show that one picture.
Oh yes, we have to finish it off with the grand. We had other things planned too, but I'm glad that
that's
we did.
All right. Next week Harry did a Fae medal. We got to show that. We got Rob's incredible video that he did about flowstones and the whole discussion about flowstones, which was magnificent. You all were fantastic. Yes. But we decided on the artwork for the cover of the limited edition of the Cyclopedia 1. Because we had never done that. And that was part of the Kickstarter, and folks could get a limited edition if they wanted to with a different cover. So this is called Fearful Times.
I'm working on getting it up. I'm sorry. Okay.
This is called Fearful Times.
There we go. Allow. So this is going to be the limited
edition.
Can
you make it bigger?
Yes, I can zoom in.
Not too much now.
So this is going to be on the limited edition Cyclo 1, and it's a rendition of Goo Tower at night with some magics happening.
Yes, with the red star in the sky. I hope you all like that.
Yes. So
maybe that could be the special thing we do, cameraman. Maybe we can.
That's a great idea. We can do a print of this.
Send out these signed by Alphinius.
Yeah, I think that would be very special.
Signed by yours truly.
Yes. So that will be
one of these days. I'm going to get Ms. Goo to sign something one time.
She can sign something for me. I'd like something signed from her.
That would be exclusive. But I hope you all like that. Mandy and I talked about it a lot. What we thought would be, when I was trying to think of all the terrifying places in the world of Zyathé and something, and then she thought, what about showing the Red Star and the Tower of Goo and at night? And Kishore did this and took the paint over that was originally done by Ferdinand and. I hope you all like it. It's a wonderful image.
Special. Awesome. Well, great episode. Great show today. I will say for us.
Yes. Thank you for joining us and enjoying this craziness that we are doing. And Ms. Goo and I are going to go walk a rainy beach or something like that. But first, we got to get breakfast because it's been quite an amazing morning. But
our Kickstarter is now at 37,700. According to Bookworm,
people are magnificent.
1984.
Thank you. What did you say? 37,000 what?
37,700.
Wow. So we did it. We're 30 because 30. What do we have to be at? 37,750, right? So we're $5 short still.
We're getting there. No, it's at $37,708. So very specific. It's at a very specific level right now. So I don't know how we got to 37.
It needs to be at 37,750, right? That's what it needs to be to get the. I think it's 37,750.
I think so too.
We're $5 short. I'll see if Mike will add to the pledge $5. He'll do that. But anyway, my friends, thank you for doing that. That is wonderful that you would go in there and do that while we were talking. And just so that you know, that gets us the second set of the treasure maps, which is a player's aid. It's going to be a nice little package of not just maps, but little handouts and things you're going to be able to do that will add to the sandbox of the Mournwood. And I think it's going to be really fun for you to be able to bring those to your folks.
Oh, we're up to 37,745. I can't do math. I can't say numbers. And that does put us past because 37,500 is the maps.
Right.
So
yes.
We have hit the next Kickstarter level.
But we almost hit the next one. That's what I was saying. Yeah. 37,750 gives you the map. So we're $5 off of that one.
No, it's 37,500 is what got us the maps. So we're there.
Yes, but what I'm saying, oh yes, you're right, 37,500, right? You're exactly right. Forgive me, my friends, I apologize. So now we just got to get to 40,000
next adventure,
and we will do the Truth Lies Cold, which some of you, the cover of that is just magnificent with this interesting, a lot of people like that cover when we were talking about what cover we were going to do for Blood for the Con, and you all helped us with evaluating that, and a lot of people really like that cover. So anyway, my friends, we've kept you long, so we need to let you go. But Camera Mandy, thank you for always setting this up and doing all the wonderful things you do to make it happen. And what a wonderful thing to have Luke this morning. And we did have a wonderful time last night, and we're very excited about the Tomb of Gyzangaxx. And that'll be coming more towards the summertime. And it will be, I think it may be in many ways, and there's much I love about the stuff that we have produced, but it may be the most special thing that we ever produce in the entire history of Gooey Cube, young as it is, even going years in the future. So we couldn't do without you all. We are so blessed by you and appreciative of you, and thankful for the contributions and the friendship and the going to Genghis Khan and getting hugs, and just it is special, truly, and we thank you so much for that. Right, Camera Mandy?
Absolutely. And please make sure to mark your calendars for Saturday, as I don't even have
it. It's the 25th.
The 25th at it's going to be 12 Central Time, so that's 11 a.m.
Mountain. Yes, 10 a.m. Pacific. So all you people in the East or West Coast that used to have to get up really early, you don't have to do that for this one. The East Coast, of course, it will be 1 o'clock. Right.
And you can win a very significantly sized Gooey Cube gift card just for being on the stream and participating with us. Or we have a beautiful set that did not get taken at Genghis Khan of 9 maps of East Verdestia printed on photo paper, rolled up, not folded. It is a gorgeous one-of-a-kind set. Maybe two of a kind.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
I mean, I promise you, I have the set. My printer, Alex, printed these on his high quality digital oversized printer. Yes. And they are just the quality is it's just fantastic.
We're making sure it goes to someone gooey. We don't want it to go to someone who's not in our world, so that's why it's been passed over. So if you're gooey and you win the grand prize, that is a great prize. So anyway, okay, well.
Yeah, because we gave out a different prize to cover for that, right? Didn't we? Because
they weren't gooey. They'd only. So they got a great prize bundle of the Red Star Rising campaign. But I mean,
hopefully they'll be gooey now, right? That's the goal.
Exactly. Next time they win. So anyway, okay.
Much love, my friends. May you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. And thank you for always being with us. And as always, we say, may all your adventures
be sticky.
Yes. Ha ha.